Hey church, hope you guys are doing well. I just want to share some thoughts with you. So in Matthew 7, Jesus is talking, and he goes on to talk about where are you building your foundation. He says in verse 24, he says, therefore, what does that mean? He's talking about the things that have come before it. And so what's before this part in verse 24 is talking about a tree and its fruit, and those who know Jesus and those who think they know Jesus. But he says, therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and acts on them may be compared to a wise man who built his house on the rock. And so I began thinking about this, about those who build their house on the rock and those who build their house on the sand. And Jesus makes it very clear that the wise build their home on the rock and the foolish build their home on the sand. And so what does that look like for us? And I think we live in a time, and we live in a place in Orange County, California, where there are so many things pulling at us. There's so many things that maybe we're striving for. We try to keep up with the Joneses, and maybe the pressure of life is getting to us because we don't necessarily have what everyone else has, or we want what someone else has. We covet other things. And Jesus is calling us to say, hey, it's me that you build your foundation upon. It's not your home, it's not your car, it's not your social status, it's not your job, it's me. Where will you put your feet down when times get rough? What happens when you have status and you lose that status? What happens when you become laid off? What happens when something happens and maybe you have to move out of your home? Those things are like the sand and you'll be destroyed. But if we set our feet upon Jesus, if we make our home upon the rock that Jesus is, who he says he is, we will never waver and we will never be destroyed. God bless you.